Thank you and welcome to the halftime show. Mike Joseph here, and I am joined by guest, our head football coach here at Lafayette College, John Garrett. John, a special day here on the Hill. This is your second time doing this, but the early signing period is here, and it's upon us right now. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks, Mike. It's a great day. We're off to a great start in recruiting and really pleased with how the day finished up.
Yeah, it's an exciting day. Obviously, the kids get a chance to do this early signing. Give me some of the pluses and minuses. This is the second time you've gone through it. Give me maybe some of the pluses and minuses you think about the early signing period. It's not today. Obviously, it lasts through Friday.
Yeah, that's true. It's great for our level, the FCS level, because you leave some spots open for the trickle-down effect from the bigger schools. So we locked up some really good players right now, and then we'll have some spots open for the next signing day. So we're off to a great start.
Yeah, and this doesn't end right here. Obviously, tonight we're going to talk about 6 of the players that you signed today, 6 guys that got their paperwork in and that you can obviously announce. You can't talk about the other kids,
right.
But this looks like a really nice class shaping up. You got 2 from New York.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 from, 1 from Texas, 1 from Jersey, and 2 from Ohio.
Right.
You reached out into Ohio, and that seems to be a real good place, as well as Texas, and I know you're looking even at more kids down there.
Yeah, it is. We believe the border states are critical to Pennsylvania, obviously, and then going down to Texas, particularly Dallas, is a really fertile ground for us because people in Dallas will travel. They appreciate the Northeast education, and they play really good football there.
Absolutely, and then looking at the class that you had last year, one of the best freshman classes that I've seen in the long time that I've been doing it. You had athleticism at the offense and defensive line position. You don't see a lot, and when you get kids like that, that is a plus, especially here in the Patriot League.
Well, no doubt about it. We're really pleased with that class, and really going to be the cornerstone of our class and the foundation of Lafayette football in the future. The best is yet to come with those guys, and really looking forward to their development and just adding more talented players to that class for a great future in Lafayette football.
Yeah, congratulations to Malik Cam. Obviously, had a great season, a humble kid, did a wonderful job and got some accolades at the end of the year. And you had a couple freshmen that stepped in. So when we talk about this class, we're talking about kids that are going to participate. There is no redshirting here. You're talking about kids that are going to have to show up on special teams for you next year, get in the mix, a pass rusher here or there, go up, catch the ball in the red zone. I mean, there are kids on this list that we're going to see on the field next year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We create competition all the time. We talk about it all the time. And, when they're ready, we're ready to put them in. And when they prove to be smart, tough, dependable, they get in there, and there's evidence been that way for the last 2 years.
Absolutely. Well, let's get right to it. We'll talk about Alex Barshaba. I'm saying that correctly, an offensive lineman. Let's roll his clip here, John. A big man, 6'6", 310 pounds, number 76. Let's take a look at him.
Well, he's Ukrainian, and his parents are just great people, and Alex is a really athletic kid. He played both offense and defense for that size, the way he moves, and he's really an aggressive player. He loves to run block and knock people off the ball, as evidenced by the tape, and we saw him at the Rutgers camp and made an immediate impression. And then this summer he came to camp on campus and just made a great impression off the field as well. And he really appreciates Lafayette and decided to commit verbally pretty early in the process, and we're really glad to have him.
It's always a plus. I wrote down a large human being, obviously.
Yeah, he
is.
He looks the part, and he loves to lift and train, and he's a guy that loves football, which is line one for us.
Fills up the whole doorway, explosive at the point of contact, what I wrote down. And he's proficient, and I always look at guys, at offensive linemen, do they have that Z in the knee? Can they flex? Are they flexible? Can they get into a stance, left-handed or right-handed? And he got into a left-handed stance. That is a big-time get for you and a wonderful player, not too far away, Staten Island.
Yeah, he's an excellent player, going to be an anchor for our offensive line, and as soon as he's ready, he'll be in the lineup.
All right, let's move on to Joey Gillette. Joe Gillette, 5'11", 185 out of Strongsville, Ohio, a wide receiver, and this is a kid that I wrote down can purely just flat-out run.
Well, he's really versatile. You see him here playing wide receiver and wildcat quarterback and returning punts and catching wide receiver screens, and they hand him reverses, and he returns punts and kickoffs, and he's just a really good football player. He's got speed, quickness, lateral quickness. He's really productive, playing really good football in Ohio, and just really impressed at Northwestern's camp. Runs in the 4.5s, documented, and just a superb, versatile athlete that was super productive in high school, and we're glad to have him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy you look, you can put him right in the slot. He does a lot of things that I know you like to do. We've seen stuff with Quinn Revere and with Pearson.
Yes.
He fits right into that mold, and he's got the quickness. And I wrote down, that kid make you miss in a phone booth. I mean, he's quick. He's not just flat out line fast. I mean, he can move in a phone box. He can really shift you at the line of scrimmage.
When you watch tape and he has the ball and you say, okay, he's going to get tackled, and you say, whoa, how did he get out of that thing? That's pretty impressive. So he is a great kid, a humble kid, and he's going to help us.
Okay, we're going to move on here now to, I think, John Pacey. Is that I'm saying that right? John Pacey, 6 foot, 188 out of Huntington High School, a quarterback. Came in here, a great touch. I mean, he does everything right. Let's watch John right here.
Well, John's a versatile guy. He plays out of the gun and plays underneath, and really has a great aptitude to play the position. He throws the ball on time. He's accurate. He knows when to throw it. He's got good touch, throws the seam well, and he can move and he can avoid the rush. He can throw on the run. He's a good athlete, good pedigree. His dad, John, played at Indiana, and then also played in the NFL and also in the World League. So he understands the game, and he's a versatile kid that can run and throw it. So he's going to be a good addition to our program.
He's a playmaker. You need guys like that nowadays that can extend plays, get away from the rush, roll. You see he does all of that stuff. And like you said, a great pedigree. He knows the game, student of the game. He's going to fit right in with the rest of your quarterbacks there, and he's a good get as well. Let's move on here to Luke Ragone. Luke Ragone, one of the early guys you got here from Ramapo. We got Hughes last year, a big lineman from Ramapo. Seems a little pipeline right there, but Luke, I mean, he's a pure linebacker. He's a hitter.
Yeah, he is. Is a really versatile player. He played defensive and also their featured running back as well. And when you can get a linebacker in high school and a running back in high school, they really complement each other, those positions, because they see the same hole, one from an offensive perspective, the other from a defensive perspective. So the versatility to play both is really important. And he's super productive on a really, really successful high school football team that went a long way in the New Jersey State playoffs and had a super year. And he is childhood friends with Mike Hughes, our center from last year, and they're teammates and friends, and that's just a super program, and he's a good, tough kid that's versatile and who loves football.
Yeah, it always helps when you got one guy on the team can bring him in. I'm sure Luke knew a little bit about Lafayette before he came here, but again, tough as nails, great kid. It's hard to recruit a linebacker. Plays downhill, but then can drop. But you see him offensively, he's going to be able to do the things you like to do from a linebacker standpoint. Well,
it's a classic case of him coming to camp and really proving how athletic and versatile he was, and we got to see him firsthand perform, and then the season tape validates his performance.
Okay, let's move on to Keegan Shoemaker. Keegan, Prosper High School, Texas, becoming a very fertile ground for us here at Lafayette, 6'3", 210. Let's run some tape. Tell me what you like about Keegan, because there's not a lot not to like.
Well, he can really run. He's versatile. He runs away from guys in Texas and makes big runs as a quarterback. He can scramble and extend plays. He's really got a versatile arm. He's very athletic. He can throw it from the pocket successfully, throws on the run. And like I said, just a playmaker, not only with his feet but his arm. Throws it with good anticipation, and really impressed in the when we saw him throw live as well. So and great reports on him from his coach and everyone about his character and his leadership. So he's going to create some great competition at quarterback as soon as he arrives.
He definitely is that. I wrote down good footwork, stands tall, climbs the pocket well, on-time delivery. And I saw a throw we didn't see there to the sideline, a nice 35-yard out route, which a lot of kids can't make, but he's got all the throws. He's a good one.
No, he exactly right, and he's just going to put on weight and get stronger, and we just are really pleased with him and his athleticism and the competition that he's going to bring to the position.
He's going to put a lot of competition there as well. Let's move on. Our last guy here, Nathan Slater, an offensive lineman. Let's run some tape here on Nathan. Quick, lean. I wrote just really nice and lean. Almost looks like a tight end.
Well, he is. He's a versatile lineman, too. He can play tackle. He's long enough to play tackle. He can pull and move in space to play guard, and he even has the flexibility in the short area, quickness and explosion to play center. So he's going to be a versatile guy. he plays with great effort. He understands how to block, meaning the double team to the second level and all that, and just is really locked in. And again, from the great state of Ohio, where they're playing good football there. And again, he came to camp impressed with his athleticism, and just his competitiveness and work ethic in the camp was really impressive. This guy loves football.
Well, you can see it. Both those offensive linemen, both him and Alice, you can see they know how to get to the second level. And right on that last clip, if we know anything about football, you get a little switch there, a little change, the nose coming around. He pushes inside with his inside arm, spots his inside leg, and he picks up the twist. I mean, those are big things that a lot of times you look and you say, wow, very well coached in high school. That is a great bunch of guys, John. You got to be excited.
Yeah, I really am. We're off to a great start recruiting. We got a few more that we'll finish off at the end of the week. That'll be announced, and then looking forward to the next signing day where we can just add some really good players that were on to this class.
And we know there's a couple kids already in the mix here, and this is going to be a good one. John, if it's any good as we were last year with the kids we had led by Malik Ham and some of the other guys, John, you're doing a great job. Exciting. Big smile on his face here. John, thanks for a couple minutes. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're excited, and the future's bright with these two classes, so we just continue to build it. Thanks, Mike.
Terrific. Good having you. We'll be back, John, and Gary and John will be back with the second half. Lafayette up by 13, trying to finish this out on a Wednesday.